Hello, we decide whether a country wins or loses a war by calculating its losses and gains. US enters Iran war with four purposes: its nuclear program, its missiles, its proxies in the Middle East, and the regime. Now, US cannot change the Iranian regime, but during this war, US and Israel have seriously damaged Iran's military capabilities, but at a heavy cost. If we do a calculation, we can say US is losing the war. Although Iran has suffered a lot, but during the war, Iran has found some ways to counterattack. First is connective punishment. That is attacking high-value targets in US allies in the Gulf region. Second, and more importantly, Iran has, for the first time, started to use the Strait of Hormuz as a checkhold. Strait of Hormuz is a much more powerful weapon, even than nuclear bombs. So we can say US doesn't win the war, but US doesn't win doesn't necessarily mean Iran wins. Actually, for Iran, although the regime survives, it's more like a stalemate. After all, Iran is much weaker in military terms than Israel or the US. There's still a great deal of uncertainty in the development of this war. But the Iranian control of the Hormuz will always be contested because it's unconventional, it's against the international law. Just as the US, if it wants to attack Iranian civilian infrastructure, is against the international law. It's not very sustainable. Second, during this war, Iran put a lot of pressure on the US and the international community by attacking US military bases and some infrastructures in Gulf countries, which damaged the relationship with Iran and these countries to a large extent, and the relationship has not always been well and oftentimes strained. But there is still a victor in this war, that is Israel. Israel's war end is very obvious. It wants to weaken Iran and its allies. It has achieved its game not at a terrible cost. As for the high oil prices and the economy of the Gulf states, these things don't concern Israel very much. So we can say in this war, Israel is a victor. For Iran, it's a stalemate. For the US, it probably is a failure.